Pure platinum. Pure platinum.
Yeah, pure platinum. They are not. There's nothing platinum about these shoes. I guess the color, but like, they're not desirable like platinum. These
What
the
are they
fear of
called?
God mock.
Mock. CK?
MOC. Like moccasin.
Like moccasin. I don't even see. Dude, they're not even on StockX.
They're not worth it. The Air Fear of God mock. They've got to be on StockX.
They're not. Air Fear of God. This is how we're starting the podcast.
Yeah. Nike.
Air. Oh, wait. The gray ones, right?
Yeah. They're not worth any money. They're
pure platinum. Pure platinum.
Yeah, pure platinum. They are not. There's nothing platinum about these shoes. I guess the color, but like, they're not desirable like platinum.
63 is the ask right now.
That makes sense. No, I fully intend to trash these shoes a little bit. Like, they're not my favorite.
Why did you buy them then?
They were at the Nike store, and I wanted something that was from the Fear of God, like, because I'm a hype beast, and they were there, and I thought, oh, those are so cool, and then I got them, and there's nothing that I can do with them. They're an impossible shoe to like wear.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen you wear them.
I've worn them to your mic one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're just starting with the shoe this time.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I guess that's what we're doing.
So this is the shoe. It's the Nike Air Fear of God mock. It looks like this. It's pretty much a useless shoe. It has a snap that opens up here.
Ooh, fancy.
So there's literally no structure to it. It's definitely not good for any athletic pursuits. It's not the most comfortable. It's a little narrow. It's not uncomfortable. It's just like, yeah, I guess it fits like a moccasin. It is kind of like a slipper-ish shoe. What am I saying? But I think the thing I hate about it is like, it's not quite it's a very much a mid-top. And then it's like, it's all like floppy.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it doesn't look good with jeans. It might look good with shorts, but I don't like to wear shorts.
Is that a personal thing? Like, what's your deal with shorts? You know, like showing a little leg every once in a while, Nick?
No, my legs are beautiful.
So you hide them. You hide your beautiful legs.
No, I just don't enjoy wearing shorts. They're like half.
It's all the attention that you would be getting with those shorts. It'd be like, ooh,
exactly. It's unfair.
Dude.
No, it's unfair to all those other guys that have mediocre calves if I show mine.
Right.
So yeah, no, I do squats in my living room once a month. I'm fucking in shape, dude. So like, no, these
once a month. You do squats once a month. That's more than me. But
I also go for lots of walks, like many walks.
It's those walk buns that you're getting.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah, these, I don't know. Maybe they look good with shorts, but I don't wear shorts. I haven't found pants that they really work with, because it's like the pants end, and they don't, like, the pants don't go in these nicely like they would with like the Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really drape over them nicely like they would with like low top sneakers.
Yeah.
So there's just not, I haven't figured out how to style these.
Gotcha.
At all. And I would be willing to bet that no one else has, because they're worth no money.
Hang on. How to style the Fear of God mock. Let's see if there's just images searching on Google. This person has sweatpants. Not really.
Yeah. Does anybody who styled it not look like a clown?
Apparently you got to wear like a cape thing and then like get some.
So this is part of a Halloween costume. Like, yeah. I'm supposed to dress up like goddamn Dracula and wear this shit. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah.
Right here. I'm going to share it. I don't know. We don't have any rights to images or whatever, but you know what?
We get 7 views.
Do me.
So there's the shoe. Oh, that guy looks pretty cool.
He's got it in like,
that's like a long coat. That's not quite a cape, is it? Yeah, he's got the pants.
There's more pictures of him.
Okay, so short pants, like if I actually roll my fucking pants all the way up,
Yeah.
I might not be tall enough to pull off that look though, because isn't that a thing? Like if you're already kind of short, you shouldn't make your pants really short because then you look shorter.
I've never heard that.
I read that on the internet somewhere.
Okay, so it's a law for sure. If the internet
Anyway,
said it.
that's the shoe. There it is.
Oh, yeah. I guess I could
And
show the shoe.
yeah, basically Nike has done a bunch of Fear of God collaborations, and this one,
is it like they're religious? Because that sounds like a religious thing to me.
no, it's a high fashion brand. I forget who the dude is.
A high fashion Jerry Lorenzo, is that it?
Yep, it is Jerry Lorenzo. That is the dude that
I think you
runs the
like
brand.
usually can click and then it just like this one's weird. This one's being dumb.
Anyway,
this does look pretty high fashion.
And some of the other ones definitely are cooler, but I was at the Nike employee store one day and these were there, for employee store price, which I think was like their regular price is like 180 or 170 or something. And so employee store is 40% off of that. So like 110, 120. And so I picked them up because I was like, that's kind of cool. That's probably the cheapest I'm going to get into any of these Fear of God shoes.
170.
Okay, so like 115-ish maybe is what I paid for them.
Yeah.
So I still am losing money on these.
Yeah, you could cop them right now. Are they size 10?
Yeah.
$100. So
I'm barely losing money between all the StockX like fees and shipping and all that bullshit. Like,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not mad that I bought them.
Dude, when they dropped, they were going for $415. Like before they dropped.
Paid $415 for these. Poor bastard.
I'd be so bummed. I would never.
Son of a bitch. I would be mad if I paid $415 and these were the shoes that I received for my $415.
Would you do $415 for the higher boot ones with the plastic on them?
No, because
the oatmeal.
Honestly, the Raid is the one that I would get if I were getting another pair of the Fear of Gods. It's like slightly higher than these, and it is a cool look. It's got like like two straps going across it at an angle.
This one? Is it this one?
No, that's the Air Fear of God one. I don't like that one because it's almost too high.
Okay.
Like it's so much like a boot. And I don't know. I think if I was going to spend a bunch of money on a shoe that looked like that, I'm going to get the Yeezy 750.
Mm-hmm.
Like the original Yeezy Boost. Like that's a cool shoe that I would absolutely love to have, but it's like $1,000. So.
Wait, is it this one?
I'm just Raid.
Like going through. This isn't the Raid, but is it this one?
No, I don't like that one either. You see, I'm not
like
the
somehow they
fan.
made it worse. Like it was a pretty dumb shoe, but like somehow they just made it way worse. This looks like it's like they gotta go on the runway right now. Oh, okay, shit. And they just like type some shit.
No, these definitely have a very like high fashion type of aesthetic.
Yeah, they definitely.
Like they're definitely completely useless in life.
Yeah.
So we're trashing these pretty hard, but like
that's fine.
I don't know. I don't regret buying them because I have them now, and like I might figure out a way to wear these. I haven't given up on them yet.
You might grow some balls and wear some shorts. I don't know if they would work with shorts though, honestly.
There's nothing to do with balls.
Daisy
Shorts cover your balls just fine. Especially when we are wearing bearskin underwear.
Yeah, our underwear.
They keep your balls right in the spot. They got mesh so they don't sweat. It's fantastic. Anyhow, yeah, I think I could still maybe figure out something to do with these at some point. But as it stands, November 11th, 2020, 12th, 2020, the calendar's hard. As it stands today, have not figured out how to wear these shoes.
Yeah.
So they sit on a shelf.
So the snap on the side, is that like in lieu of, is it make it easier to put them on?
Yeah, no, they are very easy to put on. Like they've got a Velcro strap here. They've got a snap on the side, and they got this little drawstring on the back. So every time you walk around, you got a little goddamn thingamajig hanging off the back of your shoe, which looks stupid. It's another detail I don't like about these.
Okay.
I'm just explaining why these are worth no money. They're kind of all the Fear of God shoes, these are by far the worst.
Yeah. I like the little, I don't know if you would call it an air unit.
I think the sole looks really cool. And I honestly don't mind the profile either. I really wish it was either a low top. Like, I wish they hadn't done this, like, chuck-a-boot height. You know, it's like they took the Clark's Desert Boot and made the worst ripoff of that shoe that anyone has ever made.
It looks like a low top from the photos and stuff that I've seen, but it's pretty high.
I guess people don't know how big my hands are. Some people have small hands. I have pretty large hands, but like.
Oh, are we bragging now?
We are, yeah.
I got big hands.
I'm nothing like the president of the United States. I have giant hands. Look at my big hands. And these shoes they literally are like the same height as a Clark's Desert Boot.
Okay.
If that gives anyone a frame of reference.
Hopefully someone, not me, but that's fine.
Yeah. That's a good pair of shoes, though. If you're like just a dude trying to get a pair of shoes that fits with like a ton of different looks, get a pair of Clark's Desert Boots. They're like $130 and they look cool.
I think you've told me to get them several times.
I've told every dude that's like, what shoes should I get? I want to just look like put together. I tell them to get Clark's Desert Boots and they don't listen to me. But like,
yeah, I'm not going to get these.
They're fucking fantastic. If you wear like nice jeans,
which I don't.
Those are like an entrance into like boots that go with nice jeans, and they're kind of, I don't know, they're informal. You wear them like sneakers.
Is this? Hang on, I'm pulling it up. Is this it right here? Because I'm not into it. If it is, this it?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a classic Chucka boot. It's the original with the crepe rubber sole.
I don't know about that, man. No, thank you.
It's great.
You know what? Keep your jeans and keep your desert boots.
Shitting on me. That's a fucking not American classic, but a British classic. It's a classic, is what the fuck it is. Let's
get some other angles of it. Yep. Yeah. Still hate it.
It's from a Chucka boot.
Every angle.
It's just a classic, dude. It's a simple leather shoe.
This is like the kind of thing that I would get pressured into buying by someone like you, and then I would never wear it ever.
Oh, you see, I have a pair of those that I've worn so much that the soles are almost have holes in them, and the lace.
Really?
Yeah.
These do look like your style, honestly. They're just a little bit outside
I used
to
just wear those with like nice denim. Like that used to just be what I wore every day. And then I wear them to work because they're like the most comfortable. Like I would switch out between those and those fancy boots for my business casual. Because these are like the most comfortable business casual shoe you could possibly wear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are they wide?
Yeah. No, they're enormous.
Are the Fear of Gods wide? I can't tell.
No, they're narrow and you would hate them.
I feel like I put them on at one point. I just wanted to try them on.
I think you looked at them. Yeah, I think you stuck your foot like halfway in and you were like, nope, not for me.
I feel like that was it.
You would hate these shoes. Like there's nothing about these that you would like.
Like it's like wearing a collapsible tent on your feet. That's what it looks like to me.
Sort of is. It has no structure. Yeah, no, it's
like
very
it needs tent poles or some shit.
Yeah, like look at this. It's there's nothing
it's like
structural in here. This there's no integrity. There's
it's
nothing.
Like Nike tried to do a Tom's shoe.
Yeah, pretty much.
And sell it as a high fashion.
Yeah, thing. So these aren't the best.
We give with every purchase, we give a pair to a model in Paris. Like Nike does the opposite. Like we give a size, whatever a sample size to a model in Paris.
Maybe, what if they just give it to one of those models that's like a niche, like a plus size model or something like that?
No, it'd be a sample size. to a
they give
model
it to
in
like a model
Milan.
who wears like a size 12,
Yeah, it's a little outside of it.
like a weird
Well,
size.
that was the thing with
Shoe size
Yeezys that
12.
I read, is that like he demanded that the sample size be his size,
Hell yeah.
rather
Dude,
than
I
their
would do that.
typical size.
You know, I would do
That
that
makes
shit too.
sense. Like LeBron's just like, I don't know if I like it. Like make it in a size 14 or whatever the fuck he wears.
Yeah.
And then they do, and they're like,
So
oh, this looks weird.
is that why the sizing is fucked up on Yeezys?
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly why. So it's like I did read that, and it's because the sample size, typically what you do, I don't know if Nike does this. This is what I do, is you
Mhm.
have like your core size, and then you just scale from that. So everything
Okay.
goes above or below that. And
Mm.
so part of why Yeezys our sizing is messed up is because he's like, I'm an 11, or like whatever he wants to claim that he is. And then they
Mhm.
just sort of like scale up and down between that. And then it
Okay.
makes it all screwed up. I read
Hmm.
that somewhere. Sorry, I'm not citing my
No, that
sources.
completely makes sense because Yeezy sizing is completely fucked up and confusing, and it's not like the size you would wear in the 700 is not the same size you wear in the 350. Like it's completely
Mm-hmm.
bizarre and
I
does not
mean, the
make
thing
sense.
is though too, is that stuff is hard because you're doing soles, and
Mhm.
you have to like, you just have to make decisions
I
with
feel like
the
I'm hearing
way it scales.
excuses.
Well, no, the way you scale any product, you have to
Mhm.
make a decision how you're going to scale it. Like,
Mm.
and like for when I'm scaling like my product,
Yeah.
at a certain point, I don't go any higher on the rise, and I just go out in the waist, because nobody is scaling in every direction.
Yeah, so like even if a dude's got like a 48-inch waist,
So
he doesn't want
yeah,
underwear that go down to his fucking calves.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you
Okay.
scale everything the same,
At some point you've got a giant pair of long johns.
exactly. So you're just like, so you kind of have to like make decisions on how you scale it, especially on those fringe bigger
Mhm.
sizes and smaller. I mean, and so a lot of companies will do like a sample size of like medium or large, and then, or even a small, and then they just
Mhm.
scale up, and you have to like decide. And then even like with sneakers, which is interesting, it's just like sometimes when they scale them down to like the kids one looks totally different because of the way that they have to make a decision, because it's just like, well, there's only going to be 3 eyelets in this one, so we have to decide where we're going to put them. Are we going to put them on the thing? That's why like on
Mhm.
a Jordan 4, if you look at like the kid size, there's only like on the spidery things, there's only
Yeah.
like one hole. But
Oh,
they
I've
like
never.
still want to have the wings, but there's only
Yeah.
like 2 holes, and then there's another,
Okay.
there's like one
Huh.
hole and then the other wing. It's like you have to just make decisions on how you, because at a certain point you have to start removing, or, and a lot of with a lot of the Jordans, they made them in his size, and so like he wanted them to look good on him,
Mhm.
and he's like a size 15 or some crazy big number,
Yeah.
and so like, how do you make something look good on that smaller size or the same?
Yeah. Okay, that does make sense. Yeah, it would be a challenge to figure out how to scale everything, how to create the full create
And
the same look in something that's tiny versus something that's huge.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, do you make the eyelets smaller and use smaller? But then you also have to deal with like material usage and stuff like that. And so
Yeah,
like
because
with
the swoosh is going to be a different size, and every piece is going to be a slightly different size.
mhm.
Interesting.
But sometimes you have to find way to cut corners in production.
Hmm.
You have to make decisions. So like the size, I don't know, maybe like the size 8 through the size 12 is the same size swoosh on all of it. So then you can cut so you're not cutting a specific thing for a specific size.
Hmm.
You just try to find places, or like you buy all the eyelets. All the eyelets are going to be the same size,
Yeah.
and
Huh.
for every single size. But then when you put it on a size 15, it's going to look tiny versus when it's on the
Yeah.
size 8
Hmm.
or whatever that you're doing your size run
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
before you change there's just like all these like, they're little like production hacks that you can do, like
Hmm.
to save crazy amounts of money. Like it's so much more to like do the next size up. And that's why they do like I believe on Jordans, they do like the 3, they do like a baby, a children's, and then they do like the adult size
Hmm.
typically. And they're
Yeah.
like different. I don't know. I like nerding out on that kind of stuff every once in a while.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of your world though too,
Mm-hmm.
like because you own a clothing company.
Yeah, it is.
What are you drinking over there?
Jubal Ale. It's a what is that? Not Bend. It is in Bend. Deschutes Brewery.
I like Deschutes.
The Jubal Ale.
What's that?
I do not remember.
It's a dark beer, it looks like.
It is a dark beer. It's kind of a...
Is it a hoppy dark beer or a malty?
I believe it's a brown ale.
A brown ale.
Forgot to look.
Okay.
And I don't have the bottle. I put it into a cup.
I'm drinking Jameson and ice cubes again.
Jameson on the rocks. Perfect, dude. Okay, I got to tell you about this thing I saw today. I was on my way. I was walking to work. I texted you about it because it was just hilarious. This like obnoxious teenage type car drove by, and like I looked up because they made a lot of noise. It was a car with one of those like dumb,
like
huge mufflers,
giant fart cannon.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was on a Seafoam Prius. It was a Prius with one. I've never seen that. Like I triple took. I was like, "There's no way that's the car." And then they like, and they like passed somebody. I was like, "Oh my god,
that's so cool." I've always wanted to see like a cool Prius, and I know
it wasn't
like,
cool. It was just that. That's all they had
cool
done.
Because of how uncool it is.
Like, oh my god!
I've always wanted like it. Like if I had so much money, like tons and tons of money, I would have.
You mean
Prius.
when?
Sure. When we're
making millions.
When I have outrageous amounts of money, we're just going to discourage growth of our podcast by me telling these people what would happen if it gets popular, because I'm going to get a Prius like a first or second or like a second or third gen.
Yeah.
Like what was this the one with the like classic Prius shape with the squared off headlights, or was it the one after that?
See, I didn't see the headlights.
Okay.
I only saw it as it was driving
so was
away
it like a
me.
2005 to 2010 type of look?
Yep. Just like the most Prius.
Just
not
the most Prius of Priuses. Not the newest.
Prius,
the new one is whack. I don't like the new one. My parents have a 2015, which is the end of the third gen. So either a second or third gen Prius. And then I want to just take it to like one of those.
Yeah, like a 2015 Prius, and I'm going to find the color of it. Just keep going.
No, but I definitely want to get like an engine swap into a Prius of like a big V8 or even like a V10. Like something that makes a good noise.
This one, like in this gross,
that's
stupid
a third
color.
That's a third gen. That's what my parents have, but theirs is silver.
Okay.
No, it's a tremendous automobile. If you don't care about cars and your car is an appliance, you should own a Prius because it's the best appliance. But if you like cars at all, it fucking is trash to drive. I've driven their Prius a lot and it sucks and it's very boring.
There's something about this shoe that reminds me of a Prius.
Honestly, nothing about this shoe reminds me of a Prius because this shoe isn't objectively good. Prius is objectively like I suppose car.
If that was super comfortable, like it was incredibly comfortable, like
if this shoe
walking
was like
on clouds.
Very comfortable. You could walk in it everywhere. You could run in it. You could hike in it. If it was like a do everything shoe, the way the Adidas Ultra Boost is, then perhaps it could win the Prius of shoes.
Fear of God feels like it needs to be a running shoe to me, because it's just like you're running away from God. This is the God runner.
Well, that's not what they achieved with the Fear of God mock. I don't know what they did achieve with this other than a shoe that's not worth anything.
And then the mock part is like, is that cultural appropriation too? Like, and they fucked it up.
Of moccasins?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if we have any Native American listeners and they want to weigh in on whether or not that's offensive, because I really can't tell you that. That's not my life experience. So please weigh in with your opinion on whether or not Nike has cultural appropriated with
the fear
shoes.
of God.
Yeah, exactly. That did sound offensive to me. We're getting there. So anyway, back to Priuses.
Yeah, back to Priuses.
I definitely, if I had like a shitload of money, I would own a Prius that had like a V8 somewhere, probably in the middle, because I don't think there's space up front, and that just like made like a like a Chevy LS, like the Corvette motor, and have it make the good deep like vroom 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 like fucking V8
Where people
noise.
are looking around when you drive by, like happened to me today.
Yeah, exactly. But then it would like I would get it done at like a really good shop where they would set up the suspension and everything. So it would be like a legitimately good car.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a Prius at one point.
Yeah.
And still had the body of a Prius and looked like a Prius from a distance. I think that would be hilarious. And I would giggle whenever I like floored it and like smoked the tires in my Prius.
And people were just... Hang on. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back.
Okay.
There. I also realized that like I just like sat down and like I didn't do my usual check if I had to go potty before the potty before podcast check.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so this is the
beer.
Yeah, I also felt like guilty for not. It's the Jubal Ale Festive Winter Ale.
Ew.
Cozy up fireside with this festive winter ale full of spice notes and robust malt character of toffee and dusted coca. An original since 1988.
I'm not a fan of malty beers anymore.
Really?
I grew out of those. I liked them when I first started drinking beer.
Oh, you grew out of them, Nick? Yeah. Are you saying I'm a fucking baby?
Yep.
You're saying I'm a baby for drinking
I'm saying you're childish. I'm saying going sober for 8 months ruined your palate, and now you're back to square one.
Dude,
you're drinking amateur beer.
I've always liked dark ales and like I'm not a huge fan of like the super, like I'll drink
I like the occasional stout, and I don't like super hoppy beers, but like when I started drinking beers, like I like malty beer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think what happened is I had a night where I just had way the fuck too much, and like I may have drank a lot of malty beer, and then some of it made its way back up, and that might have ruined it for me.
Yeah, that'll happen. Like there's just like certain things I can't drink.
So then, but then I can't just accept that I ruin malty beers for me. I have to.
You have to say
lash
it's childish.
Out.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to lash out at other people
because you're so mature.
No, I'm not. I'm insecure. But it's a lot more fun to just be mean to other people than to accept responsibility, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I do think it's fun to drink on the podcast though, because we say wild shit and it's fun.
It is. And I liked that. I like that little thing. All right, what's your shirt you're wearing? What is that, dude?
I've worn this a number of times on the podcast.
I've had questions. What's
the tie-dye hoodie?
Oh, it's not a brand.
Oh, it's
like a.
The brand is Brain Dead.
Okay.
It's like a streetwear brand. It's kind of cool. It's like there's a variety of people like that all collaborate on it. It's like got a lot of different designers and like artists and people that like collaborate.
Oh, cool.
And contribute to the designs. I got a Moccasin, that like streetwear shop.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
Machus is how you spell that.
Moccasin.
Shout out to them. They got some cool stuff. They got a good sale rack. They're on the internet. Fucking hit them up.
There.
It's Oregon. There's no sales tax. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the Seattle Kraken t-shirt.
Oh, there you go. We're getting in on the ground floor of the
Seattle Kraken
hockey team.
I was just thinking about, I was like, I should start a Seattle Kraken hockey podcast because like they haven't been out that long.
Can't we just talk
so you
about
could just
the
be
shit
like,
on here? Wait, are they already? When's the season start?
I'm really bummed that I brought this up because I was gonna check on this and then I fell down a rabbit hole and I didn't. I believe I don't even know what's going on with the seasons right now. I'll be totally honest. I don't have cable. I was paying attention more to like the election, and that was the only other like just like looking at. I don't know.
Oh shit! Last week when we did a podcast, the election hadn't been technically it hadn't been decided. It's still, I guess it still hasn't.
I guess. I don't
Fucking
know.
dipshit.
I feel like it's over.
I feel like he's gonna jump up and down for a while and write some stupid tweets.
For sure.
And then sooner or later they're gonna be like, what are you gonna do? A fucking military coup, you fucking asshole. Like, yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I don't know.
For
now that I say that, that's what's gonna happen. But
right. I'm so excited for like a boring year of
I swear to God, no, Biden got announced as the winner on Saturday.
Yeah.
I went to brunch on Sunday. That's how fast I went back to brunch.
Like,
God damn it. That's my favorite fucking new saying. The back to brunch. Like, don't go back to brunch. You have to keep fighting. I went back to brunch the next day.
I haven't heard that term, but I was thinking.
Back
I just
to
was
brunch
thinking,
is like a new catchphrase.
Can I go back to brunch with you on Saturday? Because I want to. Well, no, Pine Street's gonna be fucked on a Saturday morning.
Well, I'm going to Montana on Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Weeks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm
because there's not enough COVID in Oregon, so I'm gonna go there and get it.
Yeah, and then bring it back.
Yeah. Well, we got 1,200 fucking cases today.
Gotta import it.
The whole thing is fucked. COVID is fucked, and just stay in your house and wear a mask. I don't know. I don't know what to tell people. I don't know what to do.
I'm excited for when you come back, because I think we're gonna start doing some in-person live.
Yeah, we're talking about getting a studio. We're doing size 10 studios, bearskin studios, whatever it's called.
We'll figure it out.
Get mics
when we come back.
We're gonna spend a fuckload of money.
For
it's gonna be great.
Billions
we'll get a TV
of people.
Screen.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah. We can do this in person, though. We can wave our feet around. You can see our shoes.
I know. Then we're gonna have a reason to wear some cool shoes. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't know why I'm talking about it on the podcast.
Why not?
Why not? This is how maybe we'll both be bringing a shoe.
World.
Maybe we both bring a shoe by wearing it. Though admittedly, I think I'm out of sneakers, so I better get a few.
Yeah,
on
you
our
better
break.
Start buying.
I gotta buy a few more.
Oh, so did you care about that drop of those 11s yesterday? I thought about it, but I didn't buy them. The Jubilee 11s. They're like a black with a white sole.
I liked them. I just totally spaced on them, honestly.
Yeah. No, they're dropping for real in December. They just did the shock drop early thing to get people excited yesterday.
Oh.
And I saw the notification and I almost went for them, but then I was like,
no, I don't like those at all. No, thank you.
If I get a pair of 11s, I want the Concords. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, you just gotta get
the 11
classic.
Isn't my favorite of all the Jordans, so I'm kind of. I don't need to spend that $220.
The next couple shoes I want to get are things that sort of just dropped. So I'll probably I am gonna go for I am gonna buy those blue 3s and I want to get the fire red 4s as well. I think those are sort of my next two.
Yeah. No, the fire
radar.
red 4s. That's the 28th of November.
Yeah.
I'll try for those for you as well.
Cool. Don't tell Nike.
You're not supposed to do that. All right, Nike, come fucking get us.
How about you just send us a pair each?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
What are you going to do? You busy firing half your executives.
Oh my God, that's so funny. They fired 200 executives from Nike.
Take some time off of your fucking busy day of firing people to come yell at me for helping my friend cop on your app that fucking never lets me get a W on regular ass dunks. I've went for every fucking dunk this year. Fucking 80 at this point. Jesus Christ. I went for another one yesterday. Another L.
Just nothing.
Yeah. Or the day before. Whenever those green ones. I thought those were kind of cool. They're all kind of cool.
They're all kind of cool. I know that's how I feel about most of the drops. I'm just it's kind of cool. But then they that's the reason that they do that shit is to psychologically make you want them.
Mm-hmm.
Because by scarcity, artificial scarcity is what that is. Dude, okay, I got to say this because I said it to my friend the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually talking to a friend who knew a bunch of people and was like, yeah, they just, it was a couple weeks ago, they laid off 200 executives from Nike. didn't make a dent. Like, not a dent. Like, these people had been just like freeloading, and who cares? It's just like Nike couldn't fire them because they had been around for too long, you know, and they just show up and they just use all the Nike facilities and just get an obscene paycheck for doing basically no work. So yeah, I don't care. Like,
fair. I have heard stories about some of those the bonuses that you get as like a mid-level Nike exec. Sound pretty dope.
Well, I mean, like at any company, I mean, we could just bash on like any mid-level management thing.
Yeah, when you're like one
so
of 8,000 vice presidents in a company.
Yeah. I feel like this is good. It's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just like, yeah, this stuff. I mean, I know people are losing their jobs, and that's
I have a couple of friends. I have a couple of friends that work at Nike, and I think a couple of them were a little nervous. I haven't heard if anything bad actually happened to them, but you know, fingers crossed that they're fine. But like,
they're all right.
You know, shout out to them.
But
for not hooking me up with cool fucking Nike gear. So you know what? If you like, fucking get laid off, you know what happened.
Helping me. You should have helped me get some W's on the sneakers.
I should have some off-whites on my wall, and I don't. And that's karma if you get laid off. That's all the fuck I'm saying. All the fuck I'm saying.
I agree. I am fully agreeing with you on this one. All right. So, Nick, how was your week? What the
fuck did I do? I hung around the house because I'm going home to Montana, so I can't. I went to brunch on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that was delicious. Biscuits and gravy, always a classic. I went to a mill site to do my job on Tuesday, and that was my last exposure to the world. I will probably get Thai food tonight because I don't want to cook.
Nice.
That's pretty much my week. I've had a pretty low key.
Well, okay, then I'm gonna talk about more observational things from my life.
Why don't you talk about your week?
My week. I decided this week was me getting back to work. I realized, and I can't believe I'm admitting this on the podcast, but like I slowly was just like doing less and less work and showing up later, and just like it's hard when you work for yourself. It's really, really tough, and you just like get into these modes, and you slowly. It's like working out and working for yourself are very similar. I realize it's like you take a day off, or like you have like a cheat day, and then like. You're just like, I'm just going to do that again. And then you just like cheat again. And then pretty soon the new habit is like, you're not working at all. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but it happens to me quite often.
No, I can see that happening.
I'm not adherent to anybody but myself. And I will slowly, accidentally be doing no work. And this has happened to me several times.
No, I would justify so many mental health days if I was my own boss. I'd just be like, I was...
You wake up, you're like, yep, not going into work today. Video games all day. Like, it's...
I don't think I would do that. I think I would feel bad about myself if I did that. But I would definitely... I wouldn't play video games, but I also wouldn't do anything productive.
Like, you just...
I would like move. Man. I would like make my way around town. I'd be like, I'm running errands, and then I would just drive around.
Yeah, no, that's
like I would do some stupid behavior. Shit. Like I don't think I would work a lot if I worked for myself either. I completely understand that.
So for me, every like I don't know, like quarterly, I have to be like, all right, Bjorn, reset. Let's get back to work. So I've been showing up to work and working a full day, and I've gotten a lot of shit that I needed that had been like kind of hanging over me that needed to get done. And I feel very productive. I also like started just like, I have a scheduler I've used for years, and then I just slowly stopped using it. And I've started using it again, which has been really, really helpful. Shout out to the Panda Planner. That's this dumb planner book, but like Instagram influencer bullshit kind of a thing, but you like say what you're grateful for or some shit at the top, and then like it breaks it down in a great way. And I'm like,
it's the most millennial shit. It's dude, like this is a business planner, and you're like, I'm grateful for my health.
You know what?
And then you're like,
Well, no, it's just like things you're excited for and like wins and like stuff like that. Like it is important. And then it's got like mostly what I use it for is there's like a bunch of lines for like building a checklist, a to-do list. And then I migrate the checklist, anything I missed from the previous day into the next day. And then I can like hammer through a lot of like shit that I hate. So like this week I deleted, and I'm not even exaggerating, 40,000 emails, unopened, unread emails that were just in various inboxes of most of it was, I realized that I accidentally had 3 inboxes that were receiving an email every single time I got an order. So that was like, kind of like,
yeah.
I went through and deleted a whole bunch of emails, and there was even like some customer service ones. I hate that I'm admitting this. There's some customer service ones that were like 3 years old, and I was like, you know what? That ship has sailed. Like, I definitely, whoopsie. Like, sorry,
once again,
bud.
this podcast is sponsored by Bearskin Underwear.
Which I am on top of any new emails.
Bearskin Underwear, like, the finest customer service in the business.
2015. I'm sorry, I never got back to you.
You'll never sweat. You'll never sweat a customer service concern. Your nuts won't sweat because of the mesh.
Yeah,
the finest underwear in all the land.
Now I'm on top.
They got pictures of deers on them and pictures of fishes on them, and they're plaid.
Cool.
And they got mesh
shit
under your balls,
dude,
so your balls don't sweat.
So I feel so good about most of the emails that I deleted were pointless and promotional and bullshit, but like it feels good to delete that many emails, you know? It's like unread emails. That has just been like, it's one of those things. It's like it gets out of control, and then it just is like you just never deal with it, and you just kind of like let it pile up and
yeah. No, I've been deleting damn near that many emails. Not 40,000, but like 100 a day. I gave $25 to Joe Biden like 3 months ago. That son of a bitch been asking me for fucking money like 4 times a day ever since. And then it got me on 100 other lists. Literally, I get like 50 political bullshit emails a day.
I loved
they won the shit.
It's over.
It's fucking over. I don't live in Georgia. If you don't live in Georgia, the shit's over.
Do you get the college phone calls?
Oh no, I told them to go fuck themselves ages ago. No, the last one I got, I swear to God, this guy calls me up. I was taking a walk. Fucking guy calls me up, and he's like, "Hey, this is so and so from Montana State University." And he's like, "When's the last time you went to the university?" And I told him it's like 2 months ago. And he's like, "Did you see all the great shit we've been building, new dining hall and shit?" I was like, "Yeah, it was pretty cool, good job. Well done, you guys." He's like, "Well, that wouldn't be possible without generous people such as yourself." And he's like, "Could you afford $200 or something?" I was like, "Bro, I'm still paying my student loan."
I know.
And he was like, "What about $25 a month?" I was like, "You know what? No. But when I get really rich and I want my name on a building, I'll hit you guys up. How about that?"
There you go.
And the guy was just like, "All right." You could tell he was just like, "You fucking asshole, shut up." But I was like, "You know what? Fuck you. I'm not giving you more money."
I know.
Those people a bunch of money.
The last time I talked to someone like that, I remember it was when I was working this job in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, Minnesota is what I meant to say, but then I said just Minnesota. I said I was in like some suburb of Minnesota. I was doing door-to-door sales, and I was always looking for an excuse not to do my job.
Yeah.
I hated it so much.
And you got this phone call from
I got
Montana
this phone
State
call. It's like, unknown number, definitely answering this. So I answered the call.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I went on break, and I answered a call in a neighborhood, and this person was just like giving me the whole thing. And then I was just like, I still haven't paid my student loans off, because I also went to Montana State University, and they were just like trying to relate to me. And then I was just like, you know what I'm doing right now? And they're like, what? I'm like, I'm actually at my job. It is -20. I'm out in a neighborhood in middle of nowhere. I have a full-on degree, and I'm selling windows door to door right now. like like and then I started asking them questions. I was like, what are you going to school for? And they're like, oh, I'm going to school for business marketing. And I was like, oh, that's the degree I have. And then I was like, are you? And I started asking them all these questions, and by the time we were done, they were just like, thank you for your time. like
oh, like you traumatized that kid.
I traumatized
awesome.
someone.
Fuck that kid.
Big time. They
Harassing
were just like
people for money.
Oh my God. Like we were going to have the same. I'm like, I have that degree, and here's what I'm doing right now. like
it's -20. I'm selling windows to motherfuckers that don't even want to come outside.
Right.
I knock on their door. They're like, dude, you just cost me $10 more on my heat bill. Get the fuck out of my yard.
Fuck out of here.
I'm getting threatened at gunpoint on a daily basis. I'm in yards and shit running away.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It was not cool. I was, and then worst part, and then after work, I would go do comedy and just bomb. Like, so I'd bomb all day. Then I'd go do stand up and just like, well, at least they're not threatening me with a gun or sicking dogs.
They don't have a dog that's looking at you like.
I would keep treats in my pocket. Like, I mean, that's good and bad to do.
No, and I imagine you only had a gun pulled once or twice.
The gun was only one time. The dogs were multiple. I mean, I had a lot of dogs sicked on me, and I never got bit because I'm pretty good around dogs, and it's about standing your ground with dogs most of the time and just like not letting them. But some dogs just fucking suck, and yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I've actually, just to reuse the Crystalia joke we've already used once in this episode.
Yeah.
I've always told myself, like, the next time someone calls me, I'm gonna just recycle Crystalia's joke, because I think, once a comic gets canceled that you were previously a fan of, I think you just get the right to like steal that person's jokes for telephone calls. I think that's just how it works. And I think Chris would be fine with it. I think he would, I think he would forgive me.
Your answer, you're like, I'm a war.
And I think by him, no, that's not what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to be like, hey, thanks for calling. And I did enjoy my time at Montana State University. And I absolutely could donate $500 right now. And that wouldn't make a fucking dent. But I'm not going to, because I'm still paying on my student loans. And honestly, I just haven't gotten the job satisfaction out of the degree that you gave me that I thought I would. I don't hate my job. There's nothing. I can't complain. It just isn't me bringing me the level of joy that you guys told me it would. And I feel like that was false advertising. And I want to reiterate, $500 today would not make a fucking dent.
Well, see, you'd rather have a new pair of Fear of God.
But honestly, I'd rather buy a new pair of shoes.
Even a dumb...
Even a pair of shoes that's very overpriced and completely useless and not even really that comfortable, and you can't style it. I'll just buy these shoes with this $500 I could give you. And then I'm going to deliberately step in a puddle. And then I'll send you a picture of them. And then you can hang that up in your wall and be like, this could have been a donation if we were more honest about how your life would be with a mechanical engineering degree.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
now I'm practiced up in case I get another call. I can recite this just like that.
I was gonna say, if you got a call and they were just looking for shoes to donate,
I could donate the Air Fear of God box. And they'd be like, nah, bro, keep it. Like, we're gonna have such a hard time getting rid of that. Like, honestly, it's going to cost us money.
Like, if it's even dead stock, I can't
even dead stock. Like, I swear to God, a homeless guy would take a look at these and be like, man, I'm going to keep going barefoot. I'm going to take my chances, run around here like a hobbit.
All right. So, if you had to donate, one pair, if you were out wearing these shoes, somebody mugged you and were just like, give me those Farragon moccasins. And then you were just like, and then you walked home in just your socks.
Just my socks.
Yeah. And would you replace these or no?
I would prioritize replacing the socks.
Get the socks first.
And then I would roll that money into a different pair of shoes, 100%. I don't think I would replace these. They have not been my favorite pair of shoes. I've barely worn them because I don't know how to wear them. Like we've discussed the issue.
I feel like that's a thing, man. Yeah. I got to start. It's a thing that we've talked about a fair amount, like where I'm like, I've realized there's a couple of pairs of my shoes that I have that I've just bought. And I'm just like, and then I realized, well, wait, these don't go with anything that I have, or I have a pair that like goes with everything. And so now I think about that in my purchasing decision. It's like an aspect. It's like, well, what outfit would I wear this with? As like gay as that sounds like.
I mean, isn't that part of being into fashion though?
I think so.
Like, if you want to sound less gay, you just call it a fit, but it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like it really is. They're just like, yo, dude, sick fit. But like you could also say that's a nice outfit, but that sounds like way gayer.
What else would drip with this? What drop would drip with this?
Yeah, exactly. You just be like, yo, this is my drip. And then it's like slightly less gay, but if you actually said that to somebody who doesn't care, it's the same amount of gay.
Yeah, it is the same amount of gay.
Like putting effort into your appearance for like the majority of dudes is kind of gay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So like I feel like I can live with that and those people can go fuck themselves.
I just feel like it's an element that now I use in my purchasing decision. And that's like a 30-year-old Bjorn thing where I'm not just like, oh, it's so cool, I'm buying it. And then like I never wear it. Because I've had a lot of those moments where there's like, I'll buy something stupid and I'm just like, why did I buy this? Like,
yeah, no, I'm getting better at that too. Because I definitely have a lot of clothes and a few pairs of shoes that it's just like, how the fuck do I wear this? Like, it's objectively cool, but it doesn't go with anything else I own.
Exactly.
Like, I can't wear this thing because I'll look like a goofball.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not Halloween anymore. And you refuse to dress up on Halloween, and you could have had that moment where you wore that shirt or that thing.
No, I mean, that was the like leather jacket that I wore on Halloween that's suede is one of those things that doesn't really go with a lot of things that I own. Yeah. I inherited that from my dad. I didn't actually buy that. But yeah, it's like suede. I live in Portland. It rains here all the time. Like if it's cold enough to wear a coat, it's probably raining too. So then I can't wear that coat.
Right. And if it's cold
out. One of the most useless things I own.
Yeah. And it's probably just raining most of the time. So you rarely.
Yeah, like if it's cold, it's probably rainy too.
Like a denim jacket is the stupidest thing for Portland. Why is it so popular here?
It is. And I definitely want a cool one. I don't have a denim jacket, but I feel like I need one.
I have one, and I waterproof sprayed it. I sprayed it with NYX waterproof spray.
Yeah, no, I want the Momotaro. That's the brand I like. They're pretty cool. They got a couple stripes. Made in Japan.
Sick. I got one because I liked it because it was a stretch denim. That's why I like it. It's a fucking Goodwill, or not Goodwill, Goodwell, which is Target's brand. Target brand. But
that's
it's like
what I probably should get because it looks just the same except without the two stripes. But the one I want is expensive.
It has no branding on it whatsoever. Even the like pin or the little like button things. Like you wouldn't even know it was from Target, but it is.
No, that's.
But I liked it because it's a stretch denim because I'm a big boy. I'm a growing boy.
And stretchy denim is comfortable, and not stretchy denim isn't.
Exactly.
But I have a lot of not stretchy denim because I'm a douche.
Yeah.
Like, that's really what it is.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I'm just an asshole. Just want to feel better than people, and I can't do it through authentic means, so I just buy my way into feeling better than people.
There you
That's
go.
what I do.
Yeah.
And, now that I've recognized it, I'm going to just continue. I've acknowledged it, and I'm going to continue to live my life this way.
I mean, that's the first part of it, is acknowledging it.
No, that's all of it for me. I'm just going to acknowledge it and then continue on like I'm doing nothing wrong.
How are you single?
Oh, it's impossible to know. I'm just a fucking delight. You know? You hit me up in the fucking DMs, ladies. You know what? Nick Scalzone Comedy on Instagram.
There you go. Sick plug. Do you
like
want to plug the rest? Do you want to close
followers.
it out?
I got 115 followers. Yeah, I can close it out. I'll see if I remember everything.
Right.
Fucking like and subscribe to YouTube if you want to. And don't if you don't want to, but please do, because it would be cool if we could get popular. We put out a new one every Wednesday. Our email is size10podcast@gmail.com. Absolutely send us whatever the fuck you want to, because that would be entertaining. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram. At Skate Cub for him.
Yep.
At Nick Scalzone Comedy for me. And thank you so much for listening.
Yeah. You forgot Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but other than that, you did a great job. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.